but y'all always know if I have something to say and it's important, I'm gonna say it no matter what I look like. Because what I have to say is more important than what I look like. Y'all know that from me. Wait and see if this populates. They may take one look at me after the getting out of the shower and go running the other way. But you all, I've trained you all to know what I have to say is always more important than how I look. So deal with it. I've had such such a weird, awesome, amazing, weird day that I'm actually trying to get some caffeine in me. Let me make sure I put this thing charging because this phone's being a turd for a moment. Hi, Denise. So I just wanted to let you all know that the new person that I had chat last night, which kind of blew all our minds, actually did get an email from. That's my caffeine on the way. I need caffeine right now. It's my caffeine day. And I can't share really a lot before I speak with this person, but I just have to say that I think a lot of my questions about things I've dealt with my entire life are about to have answers. Oh, sweetie, I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sending you my thoughts and prayers, honey. It's not easy for anyone. Everybody needs to watch their health. You need to watch your health in ways you've never had to watch your health before. I'm just going to say it. You need to almost employ a CIA team to follow you to help you monitor your health these days. It's just that bad. So, that's just my viewpoint on it. I'm eating French bread. I literally have I took a shower, I had to keep the fire going, and I just thought I need something to eat, and I just wanted caffeine and just some French bread. But yeah, it's been a weird day, but it's been a good day because I think I may have found the person that I was supposed to find by doing all this crap. Which I found a whole lot of people that I love, but I found one specifically that I think is going to answer some questions for me. Denise, honey, you email me or message me if you need to vent, chit chat, talk through anything like that, okay? I will be here. We just had a close friend pass away as well. Same thing. Isn't it funny? As they take more freedoms and apparently give us more cautionary medications, that nothing seems to help and the death toll keeps rising. Is it just not funny? Oh yeah, I think I have a great little family here. I mean, we're just, I think, one of the nicest little communities. Yeah, I had to get a little hateful the other night, but that happens. You know, you have to bark every once in a while to let somebody know they're in the wrong yard. She was in the wrong yard. This is how I see that. Okay, Denise, I will look for it. I really have gotten so many emails here lately. You may want to send it again, and then I'll respond and give you mine. And that way, if you need me, you can just yell at me. It has been an amazing day. I have not felt good all day. I felt like there was like something I needed to do that I was not doing. And I felt like I had just like this curtain, this rock in front of my head where my thoughts were not going where they needed to go. And then I checked my email and like literally you could hear the Hallelujah choir because I was apparently supposed to check my email first thing this morning. And I'm stupid and I put things off. And even though something was telling me to do that, I didn't do it. But I did it this evening, and the person that was on our live last night had emailed me and contacted me. And y'all, I'm just going to say, I think we're fixing to get dropped a lot of knowledge, a lot of really great knowledge. A lot of knowledge we didn't know was knowledge we needed to know, you know? So this is going to be interesting for everybody. And I can't really share anything without going through it and verifying everything with this individual. But just what I have learned in about an hour has changed the way I look at the world. And I always have you always had inclinations to how you're supposed to look at things? And like in the back of your head, that's not right. I don't know how, but I know it. Like when you remember a book that's like you don't remember a book that somebody read you when you were in daycare, but then when somebody reads it to you later in life, you're like, oh, I remember that book. What I got told today was like an old book somebody read me at daycare that I should have remembered better. But at least I remembered enough to identify it. I know what that book is. How do I know what that book is? Because it's just information. It's just knowledge. I don't know. But I know it. And I know that I've known it my whole life. Apparently it's like house keys. Just stick it in the oddest places and takes you a while to find it. Maybe I need to find a clapper. But it was just... my mind was blown in less than an hour. Hi, Dusty. So I'm wanting to get with this person so I can start to streamline some of the information to share. Because honest to Pete, I don't know where to start. I don't know where to start. Hey Priscilla, I just don't know where to start. And I'm still getting over this flare and trying to like monitor my health and, you know, keep my defenses up and everything. And so I'm taking things very slowly and very carefully. But now I wish I had pushed myself a little bit more to do a little bit more recon today. Oh, we're Granny from Cookville's on here. Snow's going to melt tomorrow. It's going to be in the 40s. Say goodbye, but it's going to snow again Wednesday night, so say hello. I am so sick of winter. These are the winters I remember as a child. It's just weird. So I don't really have a whole lot to share today because this is just going to be a rest day for me. A rest and keep the stove going and keep the house warm and just kind of be day. I just needed one of those. But once I opened my email, it certainly got interesting. I did do a video and put up of the hospital thing that I was concerned about. So there is a video up if you want to go discuss it. You can see where I found the information. It's got the links on the top of the screenshots. Y'all, they're not hiding the information. They're actually hiding it in plain sight. They're hiding it in the wording. They're hiding it in the context. They're hiding it in the phrases. And because people cannot see the freaking forest for the trees, they get stuck on one word and they don't understand the entire clause they just read. And, you know, I said a long time ago, you know, back in the day when they curved the walls of the slaughterhouses so the cows would walk more easily and less scared to their death. And I said, I think all they've done with these vaccines and stuff is just tried to curve the walls of our own slaughterhouse. We're still marching right to our death. They're just making it real easy for us. I was right. According to the information that I got today for that hospital questionnaire, they have monetized death. They have incentivized hospital deaths. They have incentivized the spread of this for financial gain for certain sectors of the economy. And there's no, I mean, you can say, oh no, it's not what they did. But you get right down to the grassroots of it. Cash is exchanged hand and why? Because people are dying. Because of everything? Nope, just the one thing. Okay, so they monetize the death of that. No, that's not what I said, but it is just what you said. It's just what they said. So, yeah. So, and they're still doing it. They're just trying to hide a little bit better. They're trying to finagle the finances or make it look like they're trying a little more, but they're not. They're not. If they were trying to save us, they would stop putting stuff in our body that is shown to not work and not be effective. And to have horrible side effects. And to be, you know, and like Fizreal instead of... because, you know, they got the 100% Pfizer. If it's not working there, and they're the most vaccinated control group on the earth, it's not going to work anywhere. If it didn't work in the Belgium space station to keep them, no, it's not going to work anywhere. So why are we stuck on monetizing and expanding a program that is not working? Because if you and I create a program that doesn't work, if we don't show a profit in 4 years, we have to close it down and start something else. But our government's now on the third, almost turning the corner to fourth, running with this. So who wants to break the news to? As if they would listen. Anyway. But, I don't know. I don't know. And then you gotta think, you know, I'm one of those very, because of my Cherokee roots, I'm one of those very pay attention to nature, pay attention to the small things. And you all know, for about a year before all this started, I started getting knocks on my house, whistles outside my house, and I started getting what I felt was contact from something. And something killed every goddamn string of lights in my front yard that wraps my fence line that I've had there for years, except for one. Except for one. And I done yelled from the porch, I refused to replace any of them until you kill that one too. But there are a lot of odd things that happen in my world before the onset of this. And I remember friends calling and crying and being absolutely beside themselves. Daniel, you're cracking me up. And I remember friends calling and crying and just absolutely beside themselves. And I'd be like, listen, they always make it seem 10 times worse than it is, or they're not telling us the truth at all. So if we go with either one of those, we've still got pretty good odds something else is going on. We don't need to cry about that yet. She got so mad at me because I was able to just kind of demean it that quickly. And I said, honey, they never tell us the truth. And I told her there's very little out there after us that's more after us than our own government is after us, to be quite honest. And I said, but I said, things they talk about, I said, they don't tell us about it so that we can protect ourselves. They tell us about it because it benefits them some way. I said, but normally it's not as bad as they say it's going to be. That's just part of the effect they want it to have. So she actually stopped talking to me after I said that, which I think she should call me and apologize because I was completely right. You know, because it was going to it was going to kill how many at the first thought? We were going to have dead bodies in the streets. Yeah. And so I don't know, just, you know, to find what I found when I was researching, it was not surprising to me that they'll sit there and say, no, we've not monetized death, the business of death. But yes, yes, we will pay, we'll pay for extra for this, and then if you die there, we'll pay this much more. For everyone that dies there? No, just the people that die with this. So you've monetized this, the death of this. No, we've not monetized it. We're just giving more federal funds for people to have to deal with it. Cash is exchanging hands. You monetize it, bitch. Tell the truth. But the thing is in any way that they monetized it, the funds go straight back to the federal government or a limb of the government, an annex of the government. Are they laundering their own money? I mean, really, at this point, you know. And then part of me that was raised so simple and so grounded and so close to nature has, and so very much in a religious, spiritual component, has always felt that this was just a con job to cover up something bigger. And part of me still thinks it is. Part of me still thinks that we should take more stock in lore, folklore, oral history, the Bible. We should be paying more attention to those things than we are paying attention to works of fiction and works of science from scientists on the earth. Because I think that we can learn more from the lore and the folklore and the oral histories, because I think there's more honesty in those than we give credit. And at the end of the day, me personally, I do believe this is more of an evil versus good. And I think a lot of you have that same feeling, that same vibe. And it just doesn't seem like it's pure medical. It seems like it's evil and good clashing. And I can try to pull my brain over to a more logical side, but as soon as I go drift into thought, it pulls it back over into, no, it's evil versus good. There's something else going on. Predictive programming, yeah. And if y'all have ever noticed, all those things that they try to do, I'm very, like, resilient to. I'm like, what? What? Anybody else hear that? No. And everybody around me is like, yes, we heard it. Yes, sir. Yes, master. And I'm like, nope, I ain't getting that reaction from me. Nope. Maybe I'm just a different type of person. I honestly think I am. Some of the dreams I have, sometimes it tells me I probably am a different person. Different type of person. But I don't know. I have so many questions, thoughts, new ideas, just from one discussion I had today of a video that was sent to me that was made for me. I can't share it. I can't share anything until I get permission, but holy crap, y'all. The world just... It was like somebody read me a book. Somebody read me in my childhood, and I went, I remember that. I knew that. That's familiar. It was so strange, but it was stuff that I've never been told. But I knew it. I already knew it. And I really believe that a lot of what our government and people in power do is try to take away from us any power we have over our own minds, ourselves, any special sixth senses we have, which people have them, any kind of field of energy. And you can sit there and laugh and say there is no such thing as a field of energy. Holy crap, you walk into a horse's field of energy and get your ass kicked to tell me there ain't a field of energy. There's a field of energy. That horse knew you was coming, its hair bristled, it felt you, and it waylaid you. Fields of energy exist. But I don't know, there's something going on. And part of me is like, yay, I'm fortunate to be here to help decipher this, to help compost this and disseminate this, and to see this. And the other half of me is like, shit. Just being honest. Well, we all have a different view of what spiritual is personally to us. So what I say is spiritual to me may not be spiritual to you. Everybody's spiritual is different. For me, it's very much. It's very much. I think that we all are a derivative of the powers that drip down through our ancestry and culminate in each of us. And we can tap into those lines, and we can pull from that power, and we can remember who we are. And that's how you stay grounded, and you stay, assured of your belief system and what you believe, because it feeds back, and you still feel the tug from it. Other people look to man-made spirituality, and I, like I've said before, I don't care if you pray to you cat booger. As long as you are holding yourself accountable to something above you, then you're going to have a better rapport with those around you, and you're going to have a better working relationship with the world. You're going to be able to meet and greet and accommodate more people. You're going to have a better interaction with your fellow man, and you're probably going to meet better people because you're going to hold yourself accountable and be a better person yourself. So I don't really care how your spiritual plane exists to you, as long as it exists. Does that make sense? That got deep there for a second. I felt like I needed to roll my britches up. But if you have not ever looked into what you truly believe, I think now would be a really good time to start doing it. Because there's a lot of people that need to understand a few things about themselves and what they're put here to do. Because now's the time it needs to be done. And I just know, that's what I keep coming up with is, figure out what you're here for. And, get off the freaking sidelines and get on the field and do it. We've all been given some job, something we're supposed to perform. But we get so wrapped up in ourselves, we screw our own heads up our butts so far we don't know, it's more about flashy cars and big jobs and having your name printed in high places. And that's not at all what it's about. It's about what you bring to your fellow man, and what you bring to benefit the role we play on this earth at this time, and how we facilitate and aid each other through hard times, because this is probably one of the hardest times we've been through as a unit before. You need to stay warm. It's cold out tonight. But I just feel like if my message to anyone is, if I could just shorten it, it would be get off the freaking sidelines and get on the field. Find what you're here to do and do it. And stop questioning if it's what society needs to see, or if somebody will laugh at you, or your belief in something, or if someone will make fun of you. Just get off your hind end and do it. Because the benefit you're going to get from doing it is going to be so much greater than the snickers or the giggles or the stupidity from the peanut gallery that you're going to have to face. And once you do what you're meant to do in your life and to facilitate here on this earth, you're going to feel a whole lot better about yourself. You're not going to be worried about others' perceptions, because you basically have, kind of ascended to a higher plane of being. You're here for everyone, not just for yourself, and therefore you're going to get everyone's energy and not just the negativity. You're going to stop just sucking up the negativity. So I just want everybody to, if you've not thought about why you're here, who put you here, and what you're here to do, it would prime time to start thinking about it. When I grew up, the moment I could start reading, when my Bible would pop open, it would constantly pop up into Ephesians 6:12. I cannot tell you how many times every Bible I had would pop open to Ephesians 6:12. I still have my Bible from my teenage years. It's been read a lot and marked in a lot, and you lay it down, and 9 times out of 10 it will pop up into Ephesians 6:12. So I think I knew at a young age that I was going to be in some kind of battle. Wits or savvy, I don't know. I had to get that one in, you knew it. But I really think, after thinking about the way things are going, that the last 2 years, every day has been a battle. It may not be a huge battle that they're going to write about in the history books, but it's been one where everybody that gets up and keeps going has been winning some kind of a war. So I think it's a perfect time right now in the world's timeline for everybody to sit down and say, screw the fancy car, screw the nice house, screw the power. What do I really have? What did I come into this world with? Have I ever taken an account of myself and what I feel I possess, what I feel I was gifted, what I feel I was gifted to share? Start having those conversations with yourself, because I'm here to tell you I think the only thing that's going to get us out of the spot we're in is a whole lot of heart and a whole lot of belief that we've got more good hearts than bad hearts. And that's just kind of where I am today. Now dang it, I can't even, if they say something naughty, at least let me read it, because sometimes I like to make jokes about it. Y'all know how I am. You erase them so quick, I don't get to make fun of them. But I don't know, I just kind of had a shift in the last hour. And it's something that I've always known, like it's something that's always been in my head, and it's something that I think about a lot. It's something that I just don't say a lot. Probably should have been saying it a whole lot sooner. I say parts of it. Y'all know how passionate I am about what's going on, and how irritated I am with these stupid psyops crap that the government's pulling on us. We know that's what it is. We know who's doing it. Hello. We know who pulls the strings around here, you dumb butts. It's just like, can't be any more obvious. We're in your country, on your soil, and at your beck and call. We know it's you. Playing hide and go seek. We know somebody in the house is seeking us. It's you. And yeah, I'll get on here and say crap like that all the time, but I honestly, right now, I think it's time to take a self-evaluation. What kind of world do you want to live in? How do you make it happen? What skills do you possess to make it happen? And what job did you come into this world to do? Because we all have something to complete while we're here. Whether you believe it or not, we all have something we have to complete while we're here. So start thinking long and hard about what you're supposed to be completing. There's a reason I was given a big mouth. There's a reason that I don't kowtow to people in their forms of reality they want to put on other people. There's a reason for all this, and I'm starting to see the bigger picture. I want everybody to see the bigger picture. And while it makes a whole lot of sense now, it doesn't make it any easier to think about trying to combat or handle. It doesn't make it any less scary. But it does kind of give you a sense of direction. But yeah, I was told something today that when I sat down and listened to it, I already knew it. It was like having somebody reread a book that had been read to me numerous times at daycare or at nap time by my parents, that had seeped into my subconscious, that was there waiting for me to hear the words and remember it again. Although I'm sure what I heard today, no one's ever told me in my entire life. But I recognized it and I knew it. There you go. Very well put, Dusty. Very well put. So that's where I've been today. It's been kind of a melancholy, weird, oddly calming, focusing day. It's just been a weird one. But I did post my video. That's about all I have for today. I don't have a whole lot of deep thoughts today. Literally, my mind is doing laps in my own brain from the things that I was told today. So as soon as I can finesse what I was told into subject matter to disseminate and get permission to do so, I will. But I can't until I get permission. I'm just going to say that the explanation I got today I already knew. But I've never heard it before, but I already knew it. And it felt really weird to feel like I was coming home to words I'd never heard, but that I knew. Just weird. One of the weirdest things that's ever happened to me. Hi, Deb. One of the absolute weirdest things that's ever happened to me. Potentially one of the greatest things as far as getting my butt in gear. So I hope to be able to share some of it with you soon. But for now, I'm going to let Oscar go outside, and then I'm going to fix the fire. I'm going to eat my little piece of French bread. That's not little. It's huge. I'm going to eat my huge piece of French bread. And then I'm going to go lay down and watch some TV until Dave gets home, because I've just got a lot to compost, and I do it best when I glaze over watching, like, Stargate or something like that. If I glaze over and just think while I'm staring at a TV screen. So I appreciate y'all popping in this evening. That was just a little blurb that I had today, and hopefully I'll be back with something a little bit more for you to chew on tomorrow. Because I'm fixing to get deep with y'all. Just wait. Just wait. Y'all don't think I'm crazy yet. I'm fixing to solidify it. But the thing is if I'm crazy, you're crazy. Because I know you're going to recognize this internally too. Cannot wait for the responses. It's going to be epic. Oscar's going to pee. He dictates my world. Y'all know that. Bye, guys.